Welcome to Dice Buddies, where we sometimes play by the rules, players usually survive the session, and we are always here for you. Today's buddies are Tori Pence, Zach Atherton, Renna Mira, and Tanner Rahlf. Now running this shindig, Cavan Helps.
Guys, we're going to play a game called Dungeons & Dragons. I'm the Dungeon Master.
Oh, I'm so excited.
This screen denotes my authority. So we're going to start
I have one of
off.
those in my backpack. Can I have authority?
Well, it's not on the table, so no. Okay, so we're going to start off, and you're all coming from slightly different positions to be in the same situation. So I'm just going to take you one at a time, tell you why you are where you are right now.
Ooh, I need that in real life.
You two are going to be the easiest. You're just in the home you've grown up in.
Yeah.
And, honestly, everything seems pretty normal until the thing that starts happening.
Ooh.
Okay, cool.
So, Ro, as we talked about in session 0, you, the wizards that were sort of raising you after your amnesiatic experience have sent you to the city of Hald. You were supposed to seek out... Do you want to cover your ears?
Oh, yeah.
Hathi. She's a human woman who's going to take care of you.
Thank you.
And then Kelsey, you are a current member of the Deliverance, this group that finds and protects magic users in a society that's just not ready for them. And your group has recently learned that there was a woman effectively running an orphanage protecting children in general, but she's also been sheltering some magic users. The government of Ikesh has gotten wise to that, and they're sending a raiding party over there, and they want you to go intervene, see if you can't get the people out of there safely. Cool. So then we start with the orphanage with your grandma, whom you only know as Grandma. Coming to you in a rush. This orphanage is it's actually a rather large building. She's pretty well-to-do to have a building like this in Hald.
Get it, Granny.
But you've got two stories on the building. You've also got a nice chilled potato cellar, which is rare. You're a little farther back from the coast, so the water table's a little lower, so you can have a little bit of a potato cellar.
Goodness.
Room for all our chilled potatoes.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to worry about the water table digging down into the ground. You can't just do it. You might get water in your basement. Yeah. And so you were all having, story time, game time. Tell me what you guys were doing, because your characters are in their 20s. What are you doing when the horrible thing happens?
I mean, I was doing chores.
I think I was practicing like some hustling maneuvers, some sleight of hand stuff. We are buskers, so sometimes we sing for money, but other times I think we also do a little bit of a shady busking.
Yeah, okay, you're sharpening your act then. Yeah. Where one of you sort of warms up the crowd, the other person works the crowd. And so, yeah, okay, cool.
And I was doing the dishes.
You were doing the dishes.
Yeah.
Because you recently got caught picking pockets, and that's not cool.
It wasn't the picking the pockets that was the problem, though. It was the getting caught.
Getting caught, yeah.
So, sorry, Grammy.
So Grandma here is she's basically raising some rapscallions and rogues.
Yeah, she's a baller.
Yeah, all right.
She needs help though. She doesn't mention it that often because it's very expensive, and so this isn't just pure. It is for fun. We're good
a lot of
at
work.
it.
We can see that it takes a little toll, I think, on her. She's looking older these days.
She's quite a bit older.
So
still a fine older woman, but there we go.
Merely 2 days ago, an orc came into your ranks, she's had a little bit of trouble integrating with the orphanage, and so the orphanage probably has a name other than the orphanage, but that's what I'm calling it for now. You, in order to help you sort of associate with the others, she sent you with one of the more well-adjusted of the people in our camp.
So Grandma's still there?
Yeah,
okay.
She's still there.
All right, excellent.
But nothing will happen to Grandma. She'll be fine.
No, she's fine.
And so you were actually assigned to help Gidge with the sleight of hands tricks. So you're teaching Ro a little bit and trying to help you get into the culture of this orphanage. Remind me how old Ro is.
She's a full-grown
orc.
Okay.
So I've got her in her 20s then.
Sure.
Okay, cool.
So the trick is, kid, that you got the queen in the right hand and the jack, and you pick it up with your right hand, but you switch it there. When you throw it down, it looks like you placed the queen in the middle, so their eyes are already not on the 3-card Monty when you start. You see? Now you try.
Whoa.
Let me start from the beginning. This is a card, and it is rectangular.
Gidge, you're confusing her. You got to start with a simpler move. Start with the banana.
This kid, I mean, really big.
I like
really
bananas.
big. Okay.
Should I get you a banana? I'll go grab you.
Okay. In the meantime, you're going to show up. Remember, your character has information that a raid is coming from the Blue Shadow to this place right now. And so you're going to show up. Presumably, you're going to knock on the door like a normal person, but stop me if I do something wrong. And then,
not to knock on the tables. So.
Yeah, there it is. A human woman enters the door. Yes. She looks at the. Are you wearing like the symbols of Maelstrom? How do you go when you're just walking about? You're also an elephant man, which he'll react.
Yeah, I would assume that I'm wearing a cleric kind of outfit to fit in.
Makes sense. Probably helps offset the hey, you're an elephant man. That's a problem.
So people would be like, oh, but he's with the church. So
you're a convert.
cool.
Yeah. As far as they know.
He's an elephant human, but he likes God, so it's great.
so he's all right. We'll give him a pass.
Yeah, that's good with me.
All right. So yes. Oh, what do you want?
Are you? Do I know her name is just Grandma? What?
No, we know
so
her name.
you know
It's
her
just
name.
we're
Do you want to
awkwardly
cover
trying to
your
keep it
ears
as-
again?
I think we're hearing it.
Oh, okay.
We're hearing it.
Her name's Hathey.
Okay. Are you Miss Hathey?
Who's asking? She closes the door just a little bit, as if she could overpower an elephant man with a door between you.
I think she could.
My name is Junior. I'm with the Deliverance.
Come in. She creaks the door open. In there, you're going to see there's a lot of not just children, but people of various ages. This is an overcrowded building. It's already a large building, but you've got well over a dozen people just walking around. You will see these folks in the back doing sleight of hand and washing the dishes. So a cleric of Maelstrom has just walked into the building.
Yeah.
Typically, that's not great news. Like Grandma has taught you to be wary of representatives of the church. And so this might set you a little on edge, but that's your call.
So I put down a plate and I dry my hands off and sling the towel over my shoulder and loom.
Yeah.
I think also, as I'm working with Ro, I think I have an eye over there because I think it's a fairly busy building, so we wouldn't be distracted just by the door being open. But seeing a large person, I think there's a little bit of the eyes going on back and forth.
And Ro's probably following the eye line and being like, I don't get it.
Okay, cool. Then,
I don't know if she even notices Elephant Man yet.
Fair enough. You are focused.
Yeah.
I'm ready,
busy.
Kelsey.
What are you doing?
Miss Hathey, thank you for your hospitality. I have some urgent news. There's a raid on its way over here. I'm with the Deliverance, and I know who you've been harboring, and they know too. So there's some very important people on their way who are coming to raid here.
Why are you telling me this? What do you propose?
We need to get these people to safety and away from here.
Let's go ahead and have everyone roll a perception check, which, just as a reminder, you'll roll a d20 and then add the number next to perception.
My
on your
perception's
character
actually pretty.
19.
Gracious. Oh. Not 19.
What do we add?
6.
You add the number next to perception on your character sheet.
I'm an 18.
I
So
rolled
Gidge
16
looks
without
and I look too.
Wow, super perceptive
adding-
people. Okay, so what you are going to see
19.
then is actually not too far behind this guy. You do see some armed men and women, mostly humans, that are sort of building a perimeter around the building right
So
now.
out the window we can see people.
Yeah, you'll notice this going on. Anyone to beat a 15.
so
which
this
is
warning
all of
was
you?
not
All
No,
of
she
you?
got a
very
6.
helpful.
She got 6.
Oh, so you're oblivious. You're fine.
Okay, cool.
You're
So
keeping an eye on Elephant Man.
yeah, I'm looking.
I do see
so
what's going
these-
on, though. The second I see some armed people, I'm going to crawl up Grenadine's body, which I do all the time, so
Come
it's
on,
like
bud.
not even a big thing. And I pop on the shoulder, say, Granny, trouble. Head over there. And we start
Love it.
walking
Do
towards
these people,
Grandma.
does this organization dress a certain way? Would I recognize them?
Yeah, so I imagine them having a really cool emblem. The name of the organization is the Blue Shadow. And so typically what they'll do is they tend to be event organizers. And so you have one member of the Blue Shadow come in and grab the City Watch. So most of them are going to be with City Watch. The Blue Shadow, I like to think they have this dark blue enameled armor on. That's kind of neat. And if anyone has a suggestion for an icon of their organization, I'm all ears.
Just a cloud.
Would I see that person?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, then I also stand up, and I wear weapons all the time, and I'm wearing them.
Fair enough.
And I'm like hand on greatsword because
I wear them all the time, and it's currently happening right now on my body.
I think we see Elephant Man and Grandma. You got company?
Yeah, so this Grandma is what she's going to do. She's going to start gathering. She starts with the younger kids, and she is shuffling everyone into the potato cellar.
Did she tell us anything before she did that?
Sure, yeah.
Grandma, what's going on?
We're in a great deal of trouble, so we're going to need to hide as many people as we can. We just need to make sure that the people coming through the house don't know that any of you are here. I think it's especially important that you two not be seen.
How? I'm huge, Grandma. I'm like 8'5".
No, I understand, and you're going to have a very hard time in the potato cellar. We could have you lie down in there, or we could try and get you out of the house. Maybe we head out the back.
I tug here.
Dropped Grandma voice. We could have you go out the back.
There we go.
Granny, we could try the thing.
But Grandma said that we shouldn't.
I told you.
Desperate times, desperate measures, Grandma. We gotta try the thing.
I don't want you to put yourself in harm's way with the thing.
Yeah, but there's not enough room for. All right, Gidge, we're doing it.
I pull over there and I start humming in an attempt to do disguise self, and I want to disguise this as a very large armoire with a potted plant on top.
I think disguise self just changes.
So that is well outside the scope of the spell, but let me make a deal with you here.
Okay.
Disguise self essentially lets your character appear as like a member of a different race.
Yeah, but what if I do minor illusion too?
That'll do.
Minor illusion we could work with.
So working it.
We're both doing the thing.
Yeah, we're humming in this. Yeah, so I start my hum.
You can use disguise self to turn into sort of an armoire colored goblin that'll blend in more with the minor illusion that you're putting together of said
perfect.
Armoire.
Great.
So we are the armoire and the plant, just doing a little.
And then Ro is like, well, actually, she's seen a lot of magic, so she's like, yeah, that seems right. Cool. Good plan. Good plan.
I'm fine with that.
It's good.
But in armoire form, it said, Grandma, you just give the word, and we'll give him a little shanky shank, because we could also have the other thing, and I point to my dagger in my side.
Oh, there we go. And
I don't think it's wise to use violence against these men. There's too many men and women. It's a mixed group out there. And
Grandma, I have a stick of incense that I am so willing to shove up several people's noses. I have 15 sticks of incense.
Sticks of.
I took them out of your room.
I'm very proud of you, dear, but I don't think that's applicable to this situation.
I think it would be very helpful.
Does he see us do the trick?
Yeah. So let's move the camera over here. What's Kelsey doing during this happening?
I just saw them turn into an armoire.
An armoire and an armored colored goblin.
Well, I feel like I'm not too.
What color is the armoire?
It's mahogany. She has a fancy armoire.
Yeah.
I mean, I know I'm coming over to find someone who's harboring magic users, so I'm probably not too shocked.
Yeah.
I think my biggest worry, how much do I see of Ro over here?
I followed them.
Okay.
Like a puppy.
So are you just sort of hanging out by the illusion?
Well, I was told to stick with Gidge, and Gidge was going to show me the ropes. So I'm probably standing awkwardly by this armoire.
Does she like put a leaf on her head to try to be a potted plant too?
No, she doesn't try to hide.
Okay, cool.
But she's like, I'm supposed to stay by him, so she's probably just standing near them.
Okay.
I live for that.
And she's not massive. She's kind of actually small for an orc. She's probably about my size.
Okay, so do you picture yourself also being obscured by this armoire then? Is that...
No, she is not attempting to hide.
I see. You're just hanging out by... Okay.
She was told to stay by Gidge. She is by him.
Okay, got it. Love it.
Kid, I don't know how minor illusion works, but Granny, do you think you can open your doors and house this goblin within your minor illusion armoire doors?
Am I capable of opening my several doors?
So minor illusion is basically an optical illusion trick. It doesn't take up any physical space. So opening the door and letting the orc in doesn't...
But I imagine, like, since she's big, she could take her tunic over him and then just minor illusion illusion themselves into.
They
them.
just both want to stand behind the illusion.
Ro, come here, get under my shirt. I lift my shirt up, and I'm wearing 2 shirts, you guys. Come on. And
As
the outer
is the Goliath
shirt comes
way.
over.
They're from the high mountains.
I'm
the
used to
layers.
It's a good thing all my weapons are sheathed because they're all awkwardly rubbing against you right now.
Oh my goodness.
We've also, before we did that, we told all the kids to hide in the potato cellar.
Okay, cool. So you sort of barked out an order as you turned into an armoire.
Yeah.
Hide in the cellar.
Joy Bean, you're the oldest. Take care of the younger ones. Shut the door behind you.
We have drills. We've done drills like this before.
Okay, that makes sense. So
I've never participated in a drill because
no, that's true. Yeah,
which is why you're currently hearing the beating of my precious giant heart.
Okay, so I want to come back. Kelsey, are you just watching this happen? Do you intervene in any way?
No, I think because everyone's hiding, I'm just hoping turn to the ground. I'll be like, "Are you sure they're going to be able to stay hidden from this army coming in?"
I'm as sure as I can be. The fact of the matter is, the Blue Shadow is very good at finding these people. I'm deeply concerned, and if you are able to help us in the situation, I'm very worried about how this is going to happen. Meanwhile, those of you who have line of sight on outside, which is, I guess, all of you, because you stayed up there, turned into an armor.
I've got clothes on my face.
That's true. You have a tunic over there.
I am blind.
You're oblivious. You're just obediently under a Goliath's tunic. But the group, they seem to have gotten satisfied with their perimeter, and then the guy with the blue enamel armor and then 3 of the watch are heading to the front door. And they come and they knock commandingly. I won't knock on the table as much as I want to. Yeah, okay. Open the door!
They're not going to stop until they find a magic user. They know there's magic users here.
What do we do? That was in grandma voice, but it was panicked grandma voice?
Right.
They're mad, right?
All right. Yeah, they're very quick little staccato knocks.
Yes.
They're not loud, but they're fast. So,
Angry knock.
Mm-hmm. Cool. So, yeah, they go ahead and kick in the door, which is totally unnecessary because it was unlocked and would have been easy to open. But in order to make a proper entrance, hold on 1 second while I roll my avoid sexism dice. The Blue Shadow guy is male, and then the 3 watchmen that come in are a man and 2 women. The watchmen are all humans, and the guy with the blue enamel armor is a half-elf. So they bust in, and
it's a very good thing I cannot see.
You people behind the armoire, I'm going to have you all roll stealth checks.
Sorry, everyone.
Oh, why do I stink?
17.
Oh, what is
Brilliant.
happening? Critical fail.
8.
I apologized in advance.
Okay, cool.
2.
So
good job,
being a
Gidge.
tiny mahogany-colored goblin, you're doing great. You're doing fantastic. As for Grenadine and Ro, not as much. And so he's going to bust in, and he was going to have this whole thing where he would look really impressive because he was going to find them because he has gizmos for that. But as it is, there's actually, you're armed with a greatsword, you said? Yeah. So there's just like the bottom half of a sheathed greatsword just poking out of an armoire.
That'd do it.
Because the problem is when you pulled the tunic over Ro's head, Ro sort of turned inward, and so the sheathed greatsword then got pressed at a funny angle and stuck out. Yeah, so he takes a moment to comprehend what he's looking at, and then he'll turn to you. What are you doing here, freak?
Just spreading the good faith of Maelstrom to these people.
You just happen to be spreading the good faith of Maelstrom to people who are harboring mages?
I don't know nothing about harboring nothing.
Why don't you show yourself out of here, freak?
I'm fine right here, just giving the good faith of these people.
You one of them Southerners? Why do you look like an elephant?
That's none of your worries.
You don't just ask someone why they're an elephant.
It's very rude of you. I look like who I am.
The side of you is pretty rude.
Yeah.
I wish
The
you'd said
sound of you is
offensive because
really
then my
rude.
comeback would have been a whole lot better than that, but I went with it. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and check out that sword poking out of that there armoire. So he's moving toward you guys.
Duh.
What are you doing?
Freaking out.
Fair enough. Take a minute.
I'm just trying to... So how... I must have missed it. How well hidden are they? I know that he can see them. What does it look like, though?
So, okay, the minor illusion looks like an armoire with a potted plant on it. with a greatsword it's like a clipping error in a video game. There's a greatsword poking out. It makes no sense. Because it's not like the armoire isn't visibly damaged by the sword or interacting with it in any way. So yeah, but if you want to take a second to freak out, I'll come back to you in a minute. So Ro, you might not even be aware that he's approaching. Depends how observant you think Ro's going to be. Okay, so you're probably just hanging out for the time being. What do you two do? This guy's obviously
a message over to Grandma. It said, "Guy's coming over. I'm going to do the thing. Grandma, quick.
Does Grandma know what the thing is?
I made it clear. The thing is magic, and the other thing is
another thing was
I'm
the
going
dagger.
to kill somebody with a dagger. So either I'm going to use magic on this guy, or I'm going to kill this guy. And I'm asking real quick for advice from Grandma.
Grandma herself doesn't have magical capability. She's going to have to answer you vocally.
Or
she just
even
responds.
with like a,
yeah, you've got line she's like, what are you doing?
I clench
Grenadine?
into Grenadine's shoulder as if to like communicate, like hold still, hold the line.
I'm antsy. I'm freaking worried because some idiot has left her sword out of my shirt. But all right, fine. I stand my ground for a hot second.
Cool.
Do we see feet attached to the sword or just the sword?
You could, if you wanted to, you could, for example, ready an action.
Okay, cool.
Or so you could prepare to cast a spell, or you could prepare to attack him when he gets close enough to you.
How do I ready something?
You just tell me you're doing
So
it.
I would say that this is the blue armor guy.
Yeah.
As soon as Ro lays eyes on him, she will attack him.
Okay.
Cool. So
I'm calling that a ready to attack.
Yeah. I'm prepared to cast Charm Person on this Mo.
Great.
All right. Cool. I'm prepared to charm him with my charm.
Nice.
Oh yes.
Okay. What are you waiting for to cast Charm Person?
Grandma's go ahead. I will not do anything and by that I mean for Gidge to
Cool,
unclench his hand from my shoulder, which kind of hurts, dude. Loosen up a little bit.
Okay, give me 1 second to look up how this guy's armed.
Is he bristling with weapons also?
He has a pair of short swords, sheathed aside, and then a crossbow.
I'm so sorry. I've already forgotten. How hot is he?
Good question.
Yeah, this is important.
Relevant question.
Thank you, guys.
As to how hot this half elf is.
How hot is the half?
I don't know how this is going to sound, but here we go.
He is.
Not hot. Great. Eight.
Okay.
Below average.
Yeah, no,
hotness.
I'm very ready to kill this guy.
Yeah, he's he doesn't look terrible, but he looks like he's seen a couple fights, so he's got not a cool scar over his eye, because that's what everyone wants.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like a scar that runs down the side of his
He's got an
nose
unfortunate scar, and he's not like a nice person, which would make that better. Okay.
Yeah, and then like he's unusually splotchy, his skin, and a little bit on the gaunt side, what you can see. And
I thought elves were supposed to be hot. Is it the human?
Please tell me you said that. Please tell me your character said that.
She was going to, but then I just clenched.
I just sigh quietly, and it just sounds like the rustling of clothes in a wardrobe.
And just tell me if you think this is fair. I think you should roll a wisdom save to see if you can withhold your snark.
That's a 6.
That's a 6 that you've rolled.
Let the snark free.
Oh my dang, Gidge! I thought elves were supposed to be hot. The wardrobe whispers conspiratorially.
Cool. Okay.
How high? I imagine it's a big building. There's lots of rooms.
Hold on. I'm actually going to have him respond to that. Okay. So hearing the armoire not only talk kind of insultingly about him.
You know, look at his skin. It's like weird.
He's going to go ahead and just draw one of his swords. It's slowly. He's trying to be real threatening with it. Let's see how threatening he is. I can't stand up to roll this. So you're just going to have to take me at my word when I tell you how threatening he is. Does that sound okay? Okay.
5.
The amount of threatening that he was 5.
We all suck.
I'm still obscured from view.
He actually he's like trying to secure his come on, holster, not holster.
Sheath.
Thank you.
Scabbard.
Scabbard, there it is. He's trying to secure it so he can get that cool scraping sound as he pulls the sword out. He kind of messes up and he cuts his finger a little bit. He's like,
That's how he got all those scars.
Anyway, hoping that you just didn't pick up on that, he takes the sword and he's sort of tentatively poking it toward the illusion, which will probably actually poke you. You're not actually struck by a short sword so much as poked by one.
Okay.
When I see this happening, because he doesn't.
Real quick, are you doing anything?
Well, I was, but it looks like we're past that now.
What's the plan?
Well, when I heard that voice come out, I was hoping that maybe I could convince him that it was coming from me. Be like,
oh, I'll take that. Before the sword makes it.
Yeah.
Practicing my ventriloquism.
That's a really really clear deception check. So go ahead and give me deception.
oh boy. Let's see, 14.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
not mad about
Let's see how hard he is to fool. Not that hard. You're not the best Inquisitor type guy, dude. Anyway, yeah, they'll take anybody in the Blue Shadow.
Oh.
So, what exactly do you say?
So when I heard Grenadine over here say I thought elves were supposed to be hot, I just kind of said again, yeah, like I thought they were really supposed to be hot. Just try to get him turned back around and at me.
You're trying to lay claim to I thought elves were.
Yes,
Yeah.
that was my thought that was on that side of the room.
Yeah, exactly.
So he'll turn his nose-scarred face to you and say, "It's a bold card for you to play."
I know, right? But like seriously, that scar. Why couldn't you get?
Do you seriously want to talk about the state of my nose?
Yeah.
And do you think you're in a good position to be talking about the state of my nose?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Do you want to talk about your nose? It's 4 feet long.
Yeah, it got long. It's crazy, right? See how easy it was to just say that? What happened to your nose?
You're teaching me to smile at myself.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'm just
Laugh a
curious
little more.
about that scar.
All right. I roll persuasion. Let's see if you convince him to take himself a little less seriously.
11.
No good. What were you thinking?
I wanted to be able to jump up on the rafters and see if I can get behind him and hold a dagger to his neck.
I absolutely love that.
How come you're allowed to move
So
things?
this is going to be
He's not an armoire.
a combination of two things you're trying to do, and tell me if you agree. So I picture this building having like those large wooden beams, easily could support a goblin's weight. So this is going to be a mix of a stealth check and an acrobatics check. Both of them are going to be pretty difficult, so I'm going to have you roll stealth and acrobatics and try and get a combined total of 30.
Okay. Stealth is good. Acrobatics, also good. Okay. Stealth is, I think that's a 20 for stealth.
Things are looking good for the
Yay.
acrobatics.
And
my
that's
goodness.
going to be a
It's already 30.
21 for acrobatics.
Okay, and the idea is you
41.
want to get behind this guy. And
I want to plop up behind his back and just put a
throat
knife
to
to his
his
throat
dagger.
and just talk to him in the ear. I'm trying to
Cool, okay.
disarm him.
Do you
with
still
a
look like a
threat.
pot of plants doing this?
I'm potted plant colored.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you looking potted plant colored, mahogany. You're crawling along while he's
armor
talking
colored.
to Kelsey. I forgot the last thing he said to you.
I was making fun of the nose and the
Oh
scar.
yeah, and you were gonna roll persuasion, make him.
Yeah,
take
I
himself
didn't
less seriously.
persuade Dad laugh at himself. But
Okay, cool. That's good. So you can stay full villain here.
yeah.
It's like, how dare you? Watch, take this thing into custody. And the Watch, they're all normal-sized humans, and they're a little anxious about this. Not only are you a giant, you're also in the dressings of a cleric of Maelstrom, so they're a little anxious about that order. So one of them, one of the human women, will come up to you and she'll, excuse me, sir, would you mind just coming with us? You're not in trouble. This is just going to be a warning, but we should just have you step outside, diffuse this situation. Real quick, you've heard all of this take place. Do you want to jump in?
I would need to see it.
Okay, so you're just staying under.
So
under
yeah,
the
no,
tree.
I'm doing what I'm told.
Okay.
Don't move.
Most obedient.
So
Okay.
so we are working
Meantime-
towards a situation where this guy will be alone and the other guards are taken out. The other guy?
I didn't even think of that deliberately, but yes, that is
cool.
kind of the direction this is going.
Great.
So,
This
but
works out
what's your
great.
response to this Watch?
I'm hesitant to follow them right away
Makes sense.
because I know that at any second this could turn sour.
Oh yeah.
Can I send a message saying, look, dude, I don't know you, but go with it? Just trust me, go with it.
Do I hear it?
Yeah.
Was that too many?
Yeah,
So
no,
free
you
action.
can do that.
Okay, I do this little wink at like just kind of in the air, kind of looking up wherever
Yeah, it's like
because
size
I'm
of
not
a
sure I can
baseball.
hear or see where it's from.
It's a mental message.
Yeah,
It's
but
like-
I can just make kind of just a little wink out of nowhere. to acknowledge that I heard it. And be like, all right, I don't want no trouble. Just a little unsure here of what's going on with people coming over here.
Then show yourself out.
Jeez,
Before
man,
I did
you
the
think you could ask that a little nice. She was nice.
Yeah, that's because she's scared of you. I ain't. Meanwhile, you're behind him.
Scared
with
of
the
swords
knife.
around his face, though.
before I did that dope move, I just wanted to whisper into Granny's ear, "Stay tight, wait for the signal." And that's when I do the dope move. As they're leaving the closed door behind
Like a true
them.
hero, he didn't tell you what the signal is.
Yeah, not at all, but we know.
She knows. It's the thing. It's the third thing.
It's
The thing? The thing?
And the
third thing.
The third thing.
I drop behind the guy, and I put my hand over his neck, put the blade on his neck, and says, make a squeak. I move this sideways. What does he do?
Oh, that was great. Real quick, Grenadine, are you doing anything? Are you holding?
No, I'm still holding.
Okay, cool.
So do the guards not see this because they're taking me out then?
So only one
did
of
you
the guards
wait?
is walking out. The other 2 watchmen are still there. Does that change your answer?
Yeah, I thought all 3 of them were escorting him up
No,
there.
just he's going. At least my understanding was you're following the one who approached you out.
Oh, that changed things, because then that would blow everything up. I'd like to have, while this going
Although,
on,
did I correctly understand that you're walking out with the
Yeah,
one watchman?
because I was told to trust it.
I'd like to, while I'm still up there prepping to like drop on this fool.
Yeah.
I want to send over a message that says, "Look, thanks for trusting me. I need you to make a ruckus. I need you to get these 2 guys out of this house pronto. That's all I said.
Pronto.
I can't believe you guys are trying to arrest a man of faith.
No one said we're arresting you. Sorry, sir, ma'am.
You're asking
sir?
me to leave this house, and I don't like the authority you're trying to use on me.
We're just trying to diffuse the situation, please.
Diffuse
don't-
what
the
situation?
situation where you've got people here, obviously.
What people? You people are the ones who came in here. We
There-
were already
there is
here.
literally a sword sticking out of that armoire. It
I
is
don't
quite
know-
clearly a magical situation. We just
or
need to
just a
contain it.
sculpture.
No, we
It could just be a piece of art.
Reshuffle.
You're so angry and upset.
Okay, go ahead and give me another stealth check as you try to get your sword out of view.
Cool.
There's no win scenario here.
Oh my gosh! I cast Crown of Madness.
Unfortunately, okay. Let's take this one time, and I think we might move to initiative in a second. So you're attempting to shuffle your greatsword out of view of everything. Unfortunately, you're in a really awkward situation.
Did she
You're
cut me?
under a
Did you
Goliath's
cut me?
tunic.
No, it's she.
And so you're like messing with the greatsword, but then you actually lose your footing. And so you're going to sort of stumble back a little bit. You're going to fall out of the tunic. And then like the head and shoulders of an orc just comes out of the armoire and
Oh,
falls on
my
the ground.
maelstrom.
Let's go ahead and have you all roll initiative for me.
Dang, I was about to do a cool thing.
Different
6.
3.
I'm sorry, that's the nature of D&D right there.
Yep.
Nat 20.
Way to waste
Okay,
it on initiative.
I know, for
Gidge, how'd you
real.
do? On initiative.
6.
+0 also for initiative.
I love this kind of moment when I'm like, I rolled a 3. Please later I will have a really good 20 for something nice.
So
not
Grenadine, I heard
initiative.
3.
Yeah, babe.
Okay, and then Ro.
5.
Hey, we suck.
We do.
Wow, yeah.
Our rolls are rough.
Kelsey, what's your initiative?
20.
then you
Natural
add that.
20. He doesn't have a plus initiative.
Oh, okay, cool.
Oh, yeah.
It's 20.
It's, yeah. Sorry, I thought I told you. Please
No,
call me
you are
Junior.
Just fine. Junior. you
Kelsey's
got
my father's name. It's a little weird.
it. Okay. Cool. Then, Kelsey, you are the fastest one on the uptake, so let's do
Kind
this
of
thing.
makes sense.
Yeah, you see the orc come out. This that's the spark that the powder keg was waiting for, and so
You're welcome,
The
everyone.
blue shadow guy has moved to a hostile stance. He's getting ready to start kicking booty. The watch have drawn their weapons. It's going.
I probably, because I'm a cleric, they know I have magic on me, so I'm probably not hesitant to use it, or would I be hesitant?
Yeah, no, you've got sort of a strained relationship with the Blue Shadow because you're a cleric of Maelstrom, but they can't. He would have a tough case against you if he wanted to bring you in for it.
Okay. Can you explain to me, because I don't want to look it up, how's Thunderwave work again?
Thunderwave
Oh, no.
is amazing. So everyone
In
within
this
5
house?
feet of you will take a shockwave of damage and be pushed back unless they pass a check. you're in a position where you'd probably hit, like if your character where I envision you stand right now, you would hit all 3 watchmen, the Blue Shadow guy who hasn't introduced himself by name, I don't think. So I'll just keep calling him Blue Shadow.
We got
And
really
then,
contentious really quick.
And then Gidge.
Okay, so I would hurt Gidge.
Before I arrest you, let me tell you a little about myself.
Maybe we'll hold off on that.
Oh, and it would shoot a bunch of unattended furniture all over the place. So a
Wow.
bunch of, like wood splinters.
So
It'd
that's
be awesome.
It would be cool, but definitely a situation where I'm doing more damage than help.
Depending on how you define.
Okay,
damage,
I'm
but
just going to use my quarterstaff then and just try to push the people away. Well, no, I'm probably going to hit them because they're trying to actually get me now, right?
Who's the them in that sentence?
The 3 people in front of me.
Oh yeah, okay. So you're just gonna start going all martial arts on the watch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So that's get in.
Did you miss your dice tray?
Twice.
Oh, you missed your
in a
dice
row.
tray twice.
That's 15.
Okay.
Okay. 15 will land a hit.
Okay, and
Oh
that's
no, it won't. Wow.
really?
They got chain shirts and shields up.
Oh,
So
dang.
yeah, the watchman will just deflect it with a shield, and then you're resisting arrest. Take that freak down.
You have
Girls.
no right
That was
to
the boy
arrest
talking.
I thought
me.
you said you weren't arresting him.
Yeah, but you start swinging.
Yeah.
It's resisting
Yeah.
arrest. That's just
Definitely
part of
bad.
the training. Cool. Okay, very good, very good. That person hasn't shown up yet, so we're gonna jump down to.
Do I get any advantages for rolling in nat 20 for the initiative?
No.
No.
You just get
I mean, you
that's
got
why
to
it's
go
a
first.
waste.
Yeah,
Oh.
a waste of a 20,
it.
a waste of one. So the watchman who is nearest you, she's going to try and restrain you. So go ahead and roll me your pick of athletics or acrobatics.
Doesn't matter. We're going to go with athletics because that'll give me a 4.
This has been a hard day.
Good news is she is actually a fresh recruit right out of training. She barely passed the martial arts portion of the watch certification
Bless.
with like a C-.
Oh,
And so
gosh.
you two have tied on your roll, which in D&D 5 means the state does not change. So she is trying to grab your staff and get it out of your hands, and she's like, please stop fighting me.
That was the worst elephant noise I could have done.
You got this.
I got to hum with it. That's what I was doing
That
wrong.
looks like it would hurt your nose.
What
All that pressure in your mouth.
It's like playing a trumpet. You get it all right here, and you feel really good about
Okay,
it.
and then the second watchman, this one will come up seeing you, apparently fighting another watchman, and is just going to go ahead and take a stab at you with a spear. Just a one-handed attack with the spear. Not going great for the watch here. They don't see a lot of action. And so we're going to hit a 10 AC.
I got 14, so.
Okay, so spear is just going to... What are you wearing? Armor. It's just your elephant hide, isn't it?
Yeah.
Excuse
Okay.
me, this is not his
Very-
fault, even if he's wearing his elephant hide.
Yeah, so, it just like
do you
gets
think about
buried
that,
into
Cavan?
your thick elephantine skin. You barely register anything's happening. And the watchman's like, oh no. Cool. And then we're going to go over to Gidge.
Gidge, get it.
Still up in the rafters.
Yeah.
I'm going to cast Sleep at the 2nd level, starting
Awesome.
at
Nice.
the guy closest to us, but I want to exclude the armoire because I'm over him. They're over here, right?
Yeah.
There is some distance. And then I want to try to include, if I can, within the 20 feet, also the altercation that's going over here. So it sounds like he...
That would include...
he might be him, yeah.
Yeah, that would include the cleric, but that's cool.
Assuming
How many
that he
dice
has-
are you rolling? Do you know?
that will be 7.
Okay, cool.
That'll be
And those are
7
D8s?
D8.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. All right, so someone keep track. 7.
No nonsense here.
Oh, well, one of them was 7. I'm really proud about
How
that.
many more do you need?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need 2 more.
Oh, dang.
And then grab one from Renna. Oh, wait, no, I got another one.
Noise.
All right, so 7, 14. Holy cow, this is a really good roll. 7, 14,
Must be nice.
22, 30, 37, 39, 41, 43.
Zachary.
So whoever has
3.
43 hit points is going to go down, and then it's going to go down from there, right?
Yeah. Wow. Okay. So that...
Does that include us?
No, it's
How
Just
many,
you.
targets
how many hit
chosen.
points do you have?
37.
37.
Is it targets chosen or an area effect?
So it's an area effect. Whoever has the highest is affected first, and then it goes down that way.
Okay.
I should have thought about this before because he's a character. I really don't want to affect him. Just how my main point, if I can, is the guy, and then if I'm able to sculpt it in a way that doesn't affect that.
Just make me a spellcasting roll. Let's see how this goes. So you're gonna roll a d20. Add
Spellcasting.
what's your charisma modifier?
+2.
So you're gonna add a 4 to this number.
So 13.
13. Okay, cool. Because yes, as it was going to go down, you were gonna knock out Junior and nobody else.
But I forgot that he had probably the highest hit points as everybody.
So what'll happen instead is you actually also don't quite clear the bar for the blue shadow guy, but you are going to take out all 3 cards.
Cool.
But I had some things planned for them kids. You always get the most fun.
Hey.
you wanna have cool plays? Try winning initiative, huh?
I know, that's a good point. I had a 3.
Spit I just threw at you. That was intentional.
Am I still hidden, or did that,
Or try
that
getting
spell
high initiative and then
compromise
just
Roll
my
me a
throwing it
stealth
away.
check if you want to stay hidden while casting.
25?
Cool.
Oh,
So,
man.
Yeah, the way that works is
How do you do
basically,
that?
If you have line of sight broken to the other combatants, you can attempt a stealth check afterward. I think it actually costs an action.
So how many people are left in the room?
But whatever.
For
Suck it.
rogues, it's a bonus.
It's just
Yeah, and he ain't no rogue.
it's just the one dude now, right?
Yeah, just that guy.
All right.
I think seeing all the 3 people
Cool,
around
and
me
so
go to
next we
sleep
have
too.
Yeah,
I'm
so
amazed.
I'm going to fall on my back,
Mm-hmm.
and when the stars kind of clear from my eyes and I see this blue guy, I am furious.
Love it.
Absolutely furious. And I get up onto my feet, and I rage, and I reckless, and I go at this bro with my greatsword.
Cool. I lied to you. You can't hide after casting a spell unless you're a rogue.
Yeah.
So you've made yourself apparent from the rafters. I don't want to rob rogues of what makes them cool. So
That's true. You seem very roguish.
so when you die, re-roll as a rogue.
It says as a bonus action you can hide or disengage.
Oh, well then you can.
Oh, I stand corrected.
Okay,
You
so
hide.
Maybe
You're good.
it's a goblin thing. I don't know.
I don't know why he has that
I
ability.
don't know either. So I'm
Bravo,
going,
sir. Yeah.
I'm going to go at this bro. Right here. Right
Yeah,
here.
I love it. Love
Yeah.
it. So you're
I think
raging
that's a goblin feature.
That's a 19
Makes sense,
plus
yeah.
5 is 24 to hit.
24 is almost certainly a hit. Let me pull him up here. Pow. Yes.
Oh, no, sorry. That's a 26 because I'm raging.
Okay. Weirdly, if you hit above a 25. No, okay, go for it. You got him. You got him.
Excellent. Not bad, not bad. That's 9. 11 points of slashing damage.
Wait, you said you're raging?
Yes.
Oh, jeez.
Being right-handed is the worst. Can we agree with that statement?
Yeah,
No.
Being right-handed?
Yeah.
I'm pretty
there we
okay
go.
with
I
that.
got
You
it.
control
I got it.
everything.
I
You
mean,
don't get the stuff on your hands when you're right.
Okay, how much damage did you just do to this? poor
11
man?
slashing.
11 damage. Okay, so you climb to your feet and you just go rushing forward, and you actually get a deep cut into. I described his armor as blue enamel. I see now that he's wearing leather, so it's like World of Warcraft leather, where it's still
painted.
very well shaped.
I saw that.
And it's all over, and they all saw it. It's memorialized for my posterity. So it's still got the cool blue color going on. But it's leather, so you just take a good old bite out of it.
Excellent.
You heard him something fierce.
Excellent.
Okay, how many people are outside?
A lot. I'm gonna say 20-ish. You're talking about watchmen, right? Not just people. Yeah.
And they're just chilling?
No, they're probably gonna make their way toward the house. I'll handle that on their turn.
Okay.
But yes, we are coming down to. Okay.
What's Grandma doing?
I didn't think about Grandma. Well, I'll get to her in a second too. Are you done?
Yeah, that's
Cool,
bonus
okay.
action.
So, in response, this guy is going to. He's actually going to stagger backward, but he's going to use the disengage action, so you're not going to get the opportunity attack. And he's going to call for the other watch to come in.
Come at me, bros.
Come at them, bros! Bring it on!
And you're at the door, and the 3 people just fell unconscious in front of you.
Did they see that, or are we kind of hidden from the outside?
You don't know.
Oh.
Is the door closed or open to the house?
Ajar.
It's currently ajar.
Yes.
Okay.
I thought it was a door.
Oh, no.
Yeah, this is the Dice Buddies. Okay, Grenadine.
Yeah, I grab the guy that she just slashed, and I pick him up, and I throw him out the door at the other people who are coming. Can I do
goodness,
that, please?
I love that. Yes, that's a
I'm
pretty clear
upset
athletics check to get that done.
Gidget had such a good time, so I'm going to bodily lift, currently looking like a beautiful mahogany armoire. It will engage two.
I think
This
the,
is
I think
Beauty
the
and the
minor
Beast.
illusion doesn't move.
No, it doesn't. So it's a Goliath emerging from.
Cool, even better.
So hey, Tori,
okay, hang on.
would you say you're going full Goliath?
I'm going full Goliath.
Oh snap!
I pick up that bow! And I gotta roll. If this fails, I'm gonna be so sad. All right.
If you're only listening right now, you've missed something really special.
Are you prepared? Are you prepared? I just
15 plus strength.
That's pretty good.
318.
Oh my goodness! So you run up, you just pick this guy up by the back of his armor, and you just throw him out.
Yeet! Get out of my house!
Yeah, like in
Grandma,
a
I
cartoon
don't like
movie, he just
him!
goes sailing out. So what exactly happens? Because remember, he went back. He sort of shoves you out of the way. He kicks the door open. It's like, I need help in here. And then you just pick him up. You lift him over your head, and you just throw him down the path a ways.
Cool. Do I hit anybody else?
Do you want to?
I want to. I'm
Sure.
throwing at other
Okay.
people.
Yeah, roll a range attack roll. Just roll a d20 and add your dex. You are not proficient in throwing people.
16 plus 17.
Yeah, so you actually do have a couple watchmen who were on the ball. They're running. You just bowl a couple of them over with this guy. Oh my goodness.
I think
Cool.
you should do
Cue
his
bowling noise.
unarmed strike damage to them.
Gidget, get down here.
I'm on her shoulder.
Cool.
Okay. So the watch are still sort of coming into the house. You hear a ruckus from the back door as some people seem to be trying to break it down. It has been barricaded, though.
Can we do a free action talk? Because we're technically
Yeah,
out
absolutely.
of a media. Grandma, this sounds real bad. This sounds real bad. What's
There's
going
no
on?
way we can take on all of them.
No.
Well, I
can,
would like
I can
to
take
try.
care of this.
I know
Just
you'd like to try, but
please
it's not going to be successful.
Stop enacting violence against them. You're only going to make this more difficult. I appreciate you. I love you, and I want you to stay safe. You have to trust me. I can handle this.
Grandma, we're not leaving you behind. You kidding me?
Is there any secret way out of
I
here?
understand, but you have to. You have to. No.
Well, what's the point of this conversation, Grandma? We gotta fight.
No, trust me. And then Grandma nobly goes. And then the music swells as she throws open the front door. She has to get past you because you're sort of awkward. She squeezes past you. She's like,
Grandma, what are you?
wait, I'm their Grandma. No.
Is there
That was too good.
Why did you stop? That was
Too good it
amazing.
made me giggle. That was amazing.
Really good.
And she goes to the member of the Blue Shadow. She helps him up, and she starts speaking to him quietly. If you want to, you're close enough, and you're close enough to give me perception rolls to hear what she's saying.
Oh, sorry.
You guys are terrible. at the dice
Take
rolls.
that, listeners at home.
and I'm on her shoulder.
15.
16.
You don't have any
16.
plus to
Okay.
perception?
Nope, I got a 0. A sexy 0.
Wait, so it's 16? Okay. So she lifts the man up. I'm sorry, I'm to blame for all of this. I've been hiding my witchcraft.
What?
I cast a spell of unending rage upon them. Please spare them. I'm the only guilty one here.
Oh, Grandma.
And
BT Dubs, someone's going to have to be holding Ro back or she's running off after this SOB.
Thankfully, I'm still in the doorway.
Yeah, so
Right?
okay. And then you remember you were practicing sleight of hand?
Yeah.
This was the final lesson. You see, the camera shows Grandma, and she shows you for no reason except dramatic effect that she's stolen a paper bird, which is a magical item from your quarters. And so when the guy pulls out, he's got a little device, and he clicks it, and he detects magic on Grandma, and they seize her, and they take her away.
Grandma, no!
Be good to each other. I can't actually drag myself away from that. And you see a single tear roll down her cheeks as now the camera's from Grandma's point of view as the orphanage gets farther and farther away. And in the ruckus, when they're arresting her, the watch comes around to seize this very powerful witch who cast this rage spell, and you're given an opportunity that you might evacuate the building. This would be a great time to pitch the Deliverance. I need you to do it, and I need you all to be super convinced, or this whole campaign falls apart. It all comes down to this, Junior.
Guys, I know where she's going, and we can get her out.
Then why didn't you do anything about it, huh?
I tried.
You useless piece of crap.
All this started when you came by.
Yeah.
All of this started when you knocked on our door.
If I hadn't come by, this same thing would have happened again, except you wouldn't have found me, so you would have known how to get your grandma out. All right? I know you're upset, and that's fine. I get it. But look, I can help get your grandma free again. I'm with a group called the Deliverance. If you might have seen, there's a lot of people who don't take too kindly to people with magic. But my group, we're here to find those people with magic and give them safety, give them security. I was sent because I knew about you to try to prevent this from happening.
So this is our quite literal call to action.
Sounds like you're making us an offer. What's your question?
My question is, will you come with me and we can get your grandma free? I promise we'll make sure this happens. But I need you to come with me, because if you don't, then those people are just going to come back here again.
I look over at Granny. Our eyes meet. We look back and in unison and say, no.
No.
And then credits.
That's Dice Buddies.
Which is what we
Our next
wanna
campaign
do.
will be a science fiction.
Gidge, you think we can do this by ourselves?
No, I stay with Gidge.
Hey, do I know her name?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's been
here
at
for
the
a while.
orphanage for 2 days.
Look, all I know is this guy didn't cause the trouble. Trouble followed him. But if he says there's a way back to Grandma, we gotta get back to Grandma best we can.
Right. Well, I follow Gidge. Honestly, he sits on my shoulder and he pulls my hair which direction he wants to go. So I gotta do what he thinks is right. Row you in?
I let go.
I stay with Gidge.
No,
I let go of your hair and say, "This time, you take the lead."
I put my hand out in a fist, and we go up and down, and we explode, and we say our magic catchphrase.
Always, never, forever.
Love, Grandma.
Love, Grandma. So Junior leads you back to the Deliverance headquarters, and you basically take a few months where they're training you on the situation. They give you the skills you need to find other mages and protect them. You learn about safe houses. You learn about ways to operate within and outside of the law. And so you become oracles of the Deliverance. Your job is to find and protect these mages until we can make a better world in which they are not persecuted for their abilities.
So how much time has passed between right now?
I picture it being about a season, about 3 months.
Excellent.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I love
so
that.
you've got time to, your characters can get to know each other better. You can get used to the fact that, you don't gawk at Junior every time he walks into a room like,
Cool. No,
because
I like it.
I really appreciate that.
I like thinking
nice
of
to be
Ro as
accepted.
being taken off to like the non-magical part of the Deliverance and getting like some extra bodyguard training in. Like, here's how you protect magic people. Don't let anyone get close to them because they have no hit points.
yeah.
We see a
concentration, they suck.
montage of we're in this house and there's someone leaning over each of us one at a time, and then we all go to our respective rooms, put up over our hoods, and then within a multi-split camera we push up our a sleeve, and we all see a tattoo that has an emblem of it's part
Rat.
part
A pineapple.
with the
What?
with the phrase at the
That
bottom.
was terrible.
Never remember.
Hey, that's not bad. That's not bad. Never remember.
So disappointed in us right now.
Part rat, part pineapple.
These-
Never remember.
These
I wasn't
tattoos
actually paying
have nothing to do
attention.
with the organization. We're just like,
Those-
this is a good
those
idea,
are the
right?
wash-off
You guys
ones
just
that
got
we were
smashed
trying
one
out,
night.
and the real one is a object.
I'm not prepared to play improv games.
You could do this. You could do this.
I'm prepared to be in character.
It's
in
just a
improv.
word.
Yeah, just give us a noun.
Dice.
Dice.
It's a
adjective.
dice.
Adjective?
Yeah.
There's a dice with four
parts of my
smiling
brain that
faces,
does this.
and on the bottom says the script.
Dice buddies.
Next time on Dice Buddies.
And so he just keeps punching you until your head is mush. You take 300 hit points of damage.
Is that a mouse? Is that a mouse?
I'm very comfortable with wolves.
No, it's a pineapple.
We don't do it for money. We don't do it for wages. We just go around because we want to save these poor mages. Saving the mages. Saving the mages. Saving the mages. One for the ages. Take it.
Saving the mages, all the magic in the world, all those magic boys and girls, save those mages.
Yeah, we gotta save the mages. They're doing a magic straight out of the wrists. Because if we don't, we're gonna get romantic. Yeah, that's what we call a tryst. Oh, we gotta do it now. Oh, we're gonna get it. Oh, giant rages. It's time that we go and we save those mages. Oh!
Saving the mages. Saving the mages. Saving the mages.